My Fina loves, it's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Entertainment News. So a few days ago, I posted about Phaedra Parks and her man being over, allegedly Toon Capone, because they basically wiped out pictures with each other off social media. But then I also still said that, listen, just because you don't follow your spouse on social media or whatever the case might be doesn't mean that you don't have a great relationship. So Phaedra removing his picture and him removing her picture doesn't mean that, or pictures doesn't mean that the relationship is completely over. Maybe they're private, but from the looks of things, I think they're done. All right. Now, Lamar Odom released a book, and in that book, he is just spilling tea about everybody. I mean, every detail about Khloe Kardashian, how many times he cheated on her, and Khloe jumping and beating up a stripper that she saw with Lamar, and he's just going in and then talking about how he's paid for 200 plus abortions and also slept with 2,000 plus women. Just TMI, right? So Tom Kapone basically on his radio show brought in a topic. He was highly upset that, okay, Lamar, you want to write a book and talk about your life, do your thing, but to go ahead and drag women into the story, who some of them are married, whatever the case might be. He just felt like Lamar was kissing and telling, but Kapone wasn't keeping in mind that this man wrote a book. This is his story. And in order for him to sell his book and possibly make the bestseller list, he have to spill his juicy tea. So I completely understand and see where Lamar was coming from, by just being open. But I know Kapone is coming from as it relates to stop telling your business. So that's when the whole Phaedra Park situation happened.
Now, and that's the thing about us that are in the entertainment business, right? For me, I would never say anything about anything that I've ever heard, period. Just wouldn't. It's never going to get that bad for me because I have enough integrity to not speak on anything. If you get my drift, the people that are asking stuff. I have enough integrity. Now, the only time that I think that it's okay to say something is in defense of your character. If someone says something about you publicly and says, hey, that person's blah, 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 and you say, no, or somebody says, I never dated that person, and you say, yes, you did, here it is. That's it. But to just up and tell your business, I think, of course, it's a money grab. Of course, it's for fame. Of course, it's for relevancy. It's not a cool thing.
He was basically like, listen, I know some of you came here for some tea. You're not going to find anything over here. However, I'm not going to speak on nobody, but if she doesn't keep it cute, basically keep it cute and everything will be all good. But if she does not keep it cute and crossing the lines, then I have every right to defend myself. All right. So basically, Phaedra, there you have it. You move on, he move on peacefully. Everything is all good and everybody is chilling, okay? Right, so you hear him talk about integrity a lot. Talk about not telling your business for everybody can just have access, to you and your business. And basically saying that if you do things, for fame and certain things, it's just not going to work out. You're just saying a lot of things that Phaedra is the complete opposite. She's on a show where they have to, she was on a show where they have to discuss what's going on in their life, put their business out there and whatever. Child, no wonder the relationship ended, allegedly. But yeah, it's over. This guy talking about integrity, which is something that he's big on, talking about money grab and telling your business and doing things for fame. He was with the wrong person, okay? Because telling her business, telling other people business for the right amount on that check, okay? It's her professional job. That's what she does. So it's like, who? And then somebody said, oh no, Phaedra Parks and integrity in the same sentence? Absolutely not. I'm just like, ouch, yeah, so mean. But anyways, who knows? They might find their way back to each other. But people assume that he only got with her because he was looking for a come up. He's already up, okay? He's been doing his thing for years. However, the Real Housewives of Atlanta provide you with a completely different audience and platform and all of that. So people just feel like they were in this fake relationship and they were going to capitalize off of that, okay? But when you listen to him talk, then you can see that, you know what, maybe he was really in love and really wanted to have a relationship with her, but then saw that she was on some reality TV stuff, which it always surprised me sometimes. It's like you decided to date somebody who integrity was questioned, who's on reality TV, who basically she feels validated by a man. Like for a woman as educated as Phaedra, she feels validated by a man so badly. It's like, honey, you are enough and bad all by yourself, okay? And the reason why I say that is because that was her favorite line to Kenya Moore. You don't have no husband. You know, at least my man, it didn't matter if her man was sleeping on an air mattress and a felon. The fact that she had a man in a ring, that enough made her feel validated. And because Kenya didn't have that, Kenya was worthless in her eyes. And so, you know, she wasn't going to come back on that show with Kenya, you know, situation and not have a man. But when Kapone saw that, he was probably like, okay, this is not what I signed up for. I'm good. I don't need all the extra drama and all of that. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to more.
Hold on, let me pin something up here, please. Let me pin something real quick. Let me do this real quick. Let me get this out the way. I'm trying to think of a clever way to say this. There's probably there's no clever way to say this. Okay, there we go. There it is. All right, there they go. There they go. There we go. There's the pen. There it is. There it is. There's the pen. That's my nice way of saying things.
When he was trying to pin the message, do not or don't ask, that's basically to Phaedra fans, don't ask that question. Don't ask me because I'm not going to answer it. But people were still asking in his comments, where's Phaedra?
About what happened to integrity? What happened? Because you're not going to be famous for long. It's being on The View. Shout out to The View. I think it's a great show. But do you think being on The View, is that going to last? They're moving on to the next story. Those women already got the next show, 3-4 shows planned. Is that 4 minutes that you got, or whatever minutes it was, is that worth your integrity? I think, personally, when you start doing things for fame, it's not good. It never works out.
Well, he's talking about if you're doing things for fame and all of that, and you know, then it's just not going to work. Yeah, it's like, my dude, the person you're dating, that's her lifestyle. Like, what were you thinking?
The celebrity's not big. It's little, which I'm happy with. I'm cool. You know, in my life, nobody in my family famous, as far as I know, is but me. So for me, it's like it's a cool situation. GCI, hold on. I appreciate everybody. I will say this. I do appreciate everybody for following me. I do appreciate everybody watching the live and have a great time. But again, if you're coming for a tea or I hate saying tea, if you're coming for information or if you follow me to just kind of get some type of info about something else, see you when I see you. It's been cool having you around, but that's all right. But if you just want to, hey, you follow, watch, do the lives, see stuff that has to do with me, then, hey, that's cool. That's all good.
So, from what you saw, it's obvious Tone Capone is a radio DJ. He has his own show in Chicago. He said a lot without saying a lot, but if you read between the lines, you got his drift because he said that himself. If you know what I'm saying, if you get my drift, you understand what I'm saying? So, anyways, he's basically talking about the complete opposite of who Phaedra Parks is. So now this gave a little insight to why the relationship didn't work. He also said in the end that, look, if you came here because of her, you can read between the lines. If you came here because of her and she's no longer here, but you rock with me because, you know what I'm saying, you like my vibe and all of that, sure, stay, you're welcome. But if you are here looking for tea and he changed the information and you are going to keep asking questions about her, then bye. I'm not here for the nonsense. So I completely understand because he was judged. He was judged as he was looking for fame on a different level, and that's the reason why he was continuing this fake relationship with Phaedra. Isn't it ironic that the people who constantly claim that somebody else was in fake relationships and was paying for boyfriends and husbands and whatever the case might be, isn't it ironic that they're the ones people are coming for, saying that they're faking relationship or faking drama for a TV or a check and things like that, while the person that they accuse of doing the very same thing is just chilling and minding her business? You can tell the reason why that person, waited so long to be in a marriage and all of that, because one, a man does not define them. Being with a man does not mean that, I'm enough. They are enough by themselves, and they knew that. Let's say her name, Kenya Moore. She knew that. She doesn't seek validation from people, and that's the reason why since she's been married, Kenya have never once glowed or said anything like, look at me now, I got a husband, you don't. Even when she came back on the show as a married woman, there's not an episode where Kenya is throwing her marriage and her ring in those women who were not married phases, as if you said it won't happen to me. Here I am. Now where's your man? Never. There's not even one scene of her doing that. And that's the reason why, yes, she's not perfect. She's had her moments, because if that was one of these women who she dragged and then something happened to them, they would have been all in her face. You said it won't happen to me. Now look, since she's had Brooklyn, she's never said in her interviews that, that calling Phaedra by name and saying, she said those disgusting things about me. Now look at me. No. But I just find it ironic that the narrative have changed. Interesting. I think what he saw was, because I want you guys to remember, it's very easy for Phaedra to say to someone, look, I know what happened on the show looked bad, but let me tell you the real information. I heard something from a producer, so I went to my best friend and told her, look, I don't think Candy is going to do such a thing. However, I'm just telling you because you're my girl. There's this nasty rumor going around, and I think you should know. She told Portia that off camera, Had Portia kept that information between the two of them, it would have just been a nasty rumor, and probably Phaedra will still be there. But Phaedra is fully aware that Portia sometimes have diarrhea at the mouth, and that she knew Portia was going to spill it all on TV. Now, if you meet somebody and you explain it that way and you say, listen, I told my friend in confidence off camera. My friend was the one who went on camera and said it on camera. Had she kept it between us, none of this would have happened. And then she probably, being an attorney, flip it. If you heard something like that about your best friend, you wouldn't tell them, you would just be quiet. And then people are like, oh, absolutely, I would tell them. Well, that's what happened. And then Portia took it out there, and guess what? I got the blame. Well, if you explain it that way, it sounds believable. It sounds like, you know what? Oh, girl, yes, I get it. These producers, they're full of crap. I get it. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't do something like that. But this is where things change and get tricky. Most people don't watch the show like that. So Phaedra goes around and explains that story, and it's like, oh, yes, girl, I understand. Okay? And that's how come you move on with a relationship and you date her, because you don't think that, she will stoop that low. But if you actually watch the show, Portia then said on the reunion, no, Phaedra, you did not say a producer or someone told you. You looked me in my eyes and said, Candy herself told you what she was going to do to me. Did you or did you not say that? And that's when Portia busted out crying, because then Phaedra started stuttering. And Portia said, Phaedra, did you not tell me that Candy told you? Well, okay, yes, I said it. I apologize. But she was, you understand what I'm saying? So that's where it got real. Because Portia said Phaedra told her to her face that Candy said. She never said a producer. Okay? So that's where everything came back around, that, okay, yes, Phaedra did lie. Phaedra will stoop that low to destroy somebody. Yes, Phaedra integrity is in question. And yes, she can and definitely will be a terrible person for a check. Okay? So I'm sure dating her and realizing, oh, okay, yeah, this is not what I signed up for, I can totally understand why it didn't work. After dating her and realizing certain things and realizing that whole pretending and perfection and let's make things look the way that, and let's, make things look a certain way and all of that, he was like, yeah, I'm too real for this. This is not what I signed up for. For example, listen, let me speak on the air mattress thing real quick. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, okay? Had Apollo kept his act together, then Apollo and Phaedra would have had an amazing love story. Phaedra Park's picture perfect story would have been, listen, I met this guy, we fell in love, he did some bad things, but I knew his heart all along. I knew the person that I fell in love with and got married to, so I stayed down, okay? I held it down. He came back from jail. It didn't matter how bad his situation was. I held him down. We got married. We had some kids, and now look at us, okay? Yes, he made some mistakes, but now look at us. We got money, we living good, and we are building an empire. That's a beautiful love story. Like, oh, she held him down. What a great story. That's the picture that Phaedra was trying to paint. And when you paint it that way, it sounds romantic and beautiful, that through all of the ups and downs, she held him down. You know what I'm saying? And when you are just a real person, you just want to breathe. Let your head down. Live. Everything is not roses and perfect. And I think Phaedra tried so hard to paint that picture. And that's the reason why it's hard to keep up, because it's just like, you know what, I can't pretend anymore. I'm going to leave this last part in about Lamar Odom sleeping with 2,000 plus women, because what Kapone said is hilarious. So let's go ahead and listen to it.
That's a humbling situation. So I get it, but I just don't think my integrity would be like, yo, you know what? I'm going to tell everything that's up here. Back to what I was saying about abortion. We'll bring it all the way back. Lamar paying for 200 abortions. Now that he can tell, that's his business. That's his business. And I think that's okay, fine. That's wild. You're like, damn, bro. And like I said, for me, if he was my friend and I found out he had, You done paid for 200 abortions, and you just said you had 2,000 women. You had sex with 2,000 women. At some point, you gotta tell your boy nasty. Lamar, I love you to death. Love you. But Lamar, you are no longer able to sit on my couch, my car. I love you, bro. I don't know. You can't, people have, I don't do it, but people roll weed. You can't roll the blunts no more, bro. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to do that. You're not even allowed to lick the envelope in church when you put money in it. No, Lamar, you can't do that. You can't lick the envelope anymore in church because you might give somebody something from that spit when they were trying to get the offering from the church. You can't do it. You can't. You got over 200 women pregnant, bro. You never wore a condom. He was like, put plastic on this? Never. That's what it was. He's like, what? Plastic? Hell no. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm just saying. Ain't no way. In 200 abortions, that's 200 out of 2,000 gotta have sex with at least half. At least. That's wild. But he's going through some stuff. He did say he used women as an outlet to the pain he was going through. That's what dudes do. Dudes, we go back and talk about what we did sexually. And what do girls do when it's over and it didn't break up the right way? He was small anyway. I just dealt with him because he was okay, I thought. He could go take that little thing somewhere else. That's what usually happens. But, you guys just keep that stuff to yourself. Just keep it to yourself.
Well, when he said you are not allowed to even lick the envelope in the church. That was funny. But anyways, when you are smart, you can listen to something and read between the lines. And from what it looks like, this guy, there's two things going on here, okay? One is he read the blog pages of people calling him fake, calling the relationship fake, saying that he's in it for a come up and all of that. And he, took this opportunity to clear his name and say, listen, I'm a man of integrity. I'm not into the fake stuff. I'm not into putting my business on blast. I'm not into all of the things that you will have to be into to be on reality TV. So this was his way of saying, I really liked her and I thought we had something going. But when I saw what I saw, I was like, okay, this ain't for me and it's over. That's one. Or he was really in it for that. But when he saw the backlash, he was like, okay, let me go ahead and flip this, because even though I'm not this big famous person as he admitted himself, I still have a decent reputation and that I've built for myself. And I'm not about to allow a few seconds of dating this person ruin that. So let me go ahead and fix this. I know we've heard him talk about integrity a lot through this video, but I'm not going to let this one slide. I did a video on this, so you guys can go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist and watch it. But Claudia Jordan did come out and say that this guy was dating her friend for a very long time and that he was with her friend a week before he popped up with Phaedra Parks claiming her and saying, yes, I'm dating her and all of that. Claudia Jordan said that he was even telling her friend that was going to be his wife, that he was that serious about his, her friend. And then a week later, here you are with Phaedra Parks, okay? And then when Claudia put him on blast, he had his own thing to say about that. So go ahead and watch that video. So his integrity was questioned a little bit. So it could also not be Phaedra's fault, the reason why the relationship didn't work out because of reality TV and Phaedra integrity and all of that. It could be maybe they're dating and then all of these girls, behind the scenes starts popping up and saying, I was with him when you were with him, and all of these things. So you can also put all the blame on Phaedra. You never know. But at the end of the day, like I always say, I am wishing them the best. I'm not that invested. However, when I do a story and there's a part 2, I am detailed and I love to conclude things. So this is my conclusion. And yeah, now we can go ahead and move on to next. Whatever the case might be, he's a cool dude. He's hilarious. I'm wishing him the best. And in as much as I'm not here for Phaedra for what she did, like I said, he who angers you controls you, okay? He who angers you controls you. So I would never allow another human being to have that much power over me, for me to hate anyone or have anger towards anyone, especially someone that I don't know personally. So there's no hate here for Phaedra. She did some terrible things, but I'm still wishing the lady well. You know what I'm saying? And here, my Fina loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you where they're posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.